Hi everyone, it's Nicole and I'm here with the layout using my stash. So this is the part of the 10 embellishment packs that I want to use. So I have also from my stash Studio Calico paper, which is the green one, and pink paisley is the yellow chevron. And I'm going to use the Studio Calico green background or green pattern paper as my background. And then it's sort of lime green, and then it has white circles, and then each circle has little polka dots to form the circle. So to keep going with that theme, I'm taking my American Craft roller stamp that is circles, and I'm taking my white craft ink from Close to My Heart, and I'm just creating more texture to the background and just creating more circles. And it's very subtle in the background, but it just adds more texture. And I'm going to add more stuff over that. So like I said, in the finished layout, it's just sort of subtle in the background. So I'm going to take my Crafters Workshop template and my light texture paste from my stash, and I'm going to add some more texture again with the light texture paste, and I'm going to do it at the top right and the bottom left of the layout. And I'm not doing the whole template. I'm just kind of being really imprecise with it. I just want little circles everywhere. And I love that template. It's just different sizes of little circles. It probably goes from 1/16 to about maybe 3/8 of an inch is the size of the circles. And I just really like that texture. So now I'm just washing off my template right away, because if you don't, it becomes like cement and it's really hard to take off after the fact. So I'm taking my heat gun and just drying that up. And this heat gun I've had for over 10 years, probably 11 or 12 years. I got it from Stampin' Up, and it's really awesome for heat embossing. I have to be careful when I just want to dry something, because it'll scorch the paper, because that's how good it is. I just actually ordered the Tim Holtz tool, because that one's supposed to be really good for mixed media, because it doesn't, not as good for heat embossing, but really good for drying up stuff. So I got it for when I do mixed media pages, because I love my Stampin' Up heat gun, but I just wanted something that wasn't so hot. So I took out my watercolors, and what I did was I just took my little mist and I just sprayed it right in that little container, and it got the watercolor nice and ready. And now I'm just putting it on some packaging and just spreading it again at the top right and bottom left, and that's where all the texture is. So the ink is kind of seeping, in between those bubbles that I created with the paste, and it's really adding some fun texture, and it's going darker around some of the circles, and it's really it's just really fun texture on the page. So this page, as you know, I like to pick a couple of main colors and then I go with it. So this page is yellow and green, and again I'm using a lot of embellishments that I put aside, and I decided these were the 10 packages of embellishments that I was going to try and use up for October. And so I just kind of took a little break there from kits. I have one more October kit or layout to do with the October kit, and it'll probably be loaded in a couple of days. And I have a few layouts using the June Scraptastic kit also. And but you're going to see me pulling from my stash a whole lot more. I have to tell you the truth though, I'll probably be making kits from my stash just to narrow it down, because I really like that. I pick a bunch of papers and I use them up until it's gone, and I don't want to go back to just doing a layout and then it goes into a bin and it never gets used again. So what I did was I used the card that says Good Times. It came from an LE Studio package of journaling cards. Maybe it was Avalicious. I can't remember, one of the two. And I used that to determine the width of my photo, and then I just made it so that between the photo, the card, and that little photo, they kind of do a it's 6 inches tall, and then I made it so that the tab hangs over a little bit, so it looks like a little tab. So I really like that. And then I'm matting the whole thing on that pink paisley pattern paper. So it's going to take me a few seconds there to get that done. And then these embellishments, the one that says hello and this and best ever with the heart and the arrow, that came from a Heidi Swap chipboard sticker sheet that I want to try to get used up this month or the month of October. And then the rest of the embellishments, the paper ones, are all from, I think it's Ellie's Studio. And there was some little circle ones, and it was all from a boy collection. And one says my sunshine, you're my favorite. And then there was another one that said today, and then another little speech bubble. And then a few things also from Freckle Fawn. I'm going to bring in some asterisks, some arrows, and some chipboard elements, and little heart. And those were all from Freckle Fawn, but all again from that 10 packages of embellishment that I wanted to use up. I have to be honest, I didn't, get to use everything up, but I put a big dent into it. All the packages that I had chosen were basically new, so I had my work cut out for me. And I did quite a few layouts, but being that all 10 packages were full, it was a little harder to do to use them all up, and not just to look like embellishment just you threw up on your page or something, that they meant they had a purpose there, not just use up embellishments to use up embellishments. So but I still have probably 2 or 3 layouts that I can do, and I'm going to keep using them because I've put aside the pattern papers and the embellishments, so I'm going to get them done. And probably this afternoon I'm going to do a video just to kind of show you what I have left. And so my challenge for November is sort of a double thing. The first thing is, last year I really failed at doing December daily. I think I did the first 3 days, but I did a 12 by 12, and it was overwhelming to me. It was just too much. So this time I'm going to scale it down. I'm only doing a 6 by 8 album. And that too, I'm going to try and do the video this afternoon, kind of showing you what I'm going to be using. And I'm going to do the album in November, so that in December, all I'm doing is taking pictures, printing, and slipping it into the page protectors and go from there. But I'll do process all along November just to kind of show you what I'll be doing. And the second thing is, I really liked using up packages of embellishment. So I'm going to do the same thing, take a little container, put some embellishments in it, and that's what I'm going to try to use for November. And I decided also to cancel one more kit club, and I'm going to cancel the Scraptastic kit club. I decided to keep Hip Kit, and I'll tell you why. I like them both. But I like the fact that with the Hip Kit Club, you get different things. So you get sort of that color add-on. I really like that. Like last month, it was templates, and it was texture paste, and it was gelatos. And so there's different things, and you get to use different things on your layout. And then where I'm not going to be ordering a lot, it's going to be fun to be getting different stuff like that. So that is the main reason, and I figure I can get between 8 and 10 pages done per month with that kit. And then if I get any more pages done, that's where I'm going to be doing my own kits and doing extra pages. So then it's a double win-win, because I'll be getting new stuff and playing with new stuff and making kits with new stuff, and then I'll also be using stuff from my stash. So I just thought I'd let you know that, because I did have a few, people asking if I was going to keep both kits or what I was going to do. And I decided that I was just going to keep the one. And because we are, trying to save up for building next summer. By then we should know if my husband still has a job, and so we just want to get ready, and I just want to get new stuff for a new house. So I figure if I bring it down to just one kit, then that'll help with that. So the bottom embellishment cluster, I took a frame from my stash, and then I sort of layered up a whole bunch of different embellishments. There was a little circle that said, "You are my favorite," and my kids are always, teasing each other. No, I'm the favorite, and all this stuff. So there was another one that said "Today," so I kind of stuck it on top of it, and I said, "Today, you're my favorite," and my son laughed when he saw that, because he knew exactly, why. And actually he says, "Mom, come on, admit it. I'm your favorite every day." So they do that. All three do that, "Mom, tell me the truth. I'm your favorite." And it's like, "No, I love you all." "Yeah, but deep down, I'm your favorite." So they do like to tease about that. And it probably comes from the fact that when they were younger, I used to tease them that way and say, "Come on, tell me you love mommy more than you love daddy." and my son be like, "No, I love you both the same." And he would take it really seriously. So that's probably where the teasing comes from. I'm just getting it back for what I did when they were littler. But so anyway, I just used a ton of embellishments. I used some asterisks in yellow that came from the kit, from that packages of embellishments that I want to use. The little arrows from Freckle Font, also from that, use up your embellishments. And then now I'm using some Studio Calico letters. And at first I wanted to write as my title, "Mining for Fossils and Rocks," but I didn't have enough letters to write fossils. So this picture here, it was actually the rocks part, so I thought I would do that. And I forgot to talk a little bit about the photo. This is when we went to Ontario in Niagara Falls last April. There was a place where, you could mine for, they would just give you a bag of dirt basically. And inside they had hidden either rocks, fossils, arrowheads, and that kind of stuff. And my son, he's always loved that kind of stuff. So the rest of the kids that were there were all like littler kids, and here he is, 14 years old, and he's like, "Okay, well, now can I get the bag of fossils?" And so we ended up going 2 or 3 more times and getting the different bags. And it wasn't exactly cheap. I think it was like $10 a bag or something like that. But anyway, he didn't ask for too many other things while we were on that trip. So we let him do the rocks, the fossils, and the arrowheads. So I'll probably do layouts for the other stuff. So we just thought it was fun that, he's 14, 15 years old and he still likes that kind of stuff. So we let him do it. We had fun, and, older people were stopping and taking pictures of him doing it, because I think they thought it was cute too. So anyway, here are a few close-ups of each embellishment clusters, and that's it. The page is done. So thanks for watching. Bye.